Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply. On the Diamond with Duane is brought to you by State Farm agent Julie Spann Johnson. Covering your bases and protecting your future. Call Julie for all of your insurance needs.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. On the Diamond with Duane is back. Duane Lanham joining me in studio, and what a wild week of games it was.
It was, Nicole, and thanks so much for having me another week here. The games, the Perrysburg, the Anthony Wayne, Perrysburg, Springfield is about what you expected, really good, tight ball games. You know, there's still another battle to be had there, so we'll see how that goes. And then there were some ups and downs. We had Napoleon defeating Anthony Wayne, and we had Clay defeating Springfield. So it's a topsy-turvy type of time right now that you just don't know. You're going to have to tune in each week to find out who's winning and who's not.
Today, to talk about our team of the week, we turn our attention to the Northern Buckeye Conference, and one team that's really making a lot of noise, the Lake Flyers.
Yes, they are, and under Coach Dave Reimer, who's in his 18th season, now has the Flyers 13-1 and 7-0 in that conference. With the senior pitching of Callie Bedford, they've gone out already and defeated the preseason favorite Maumee twice. So what Dave's doing there, I hope he keeps doing it.
So with Lake boasting a record like that, how does that now impact your new top 10 for this week?
Well, it really kind of moves things around. As you see, Lake moved up 7 spots based upon that, and with the losses that Clay, Anthony Wayne, and Springfield picked up this week is kind of what puts everything where it's at. Eastwood went down because they did lose to Lake this week. So a couple teams stayed the same 10 teams up there, but I'm expecting to see some new teams getting in here very shortly.
We turn our attention to now the number 5 ranked team in your top 10, Springfield. They've got talent up and down their batting order, but who would you like to focus on this week for our player of the week?
Well, again, Nicole, it's really tough because there's so many great softball players out here in Northwest Ohio and Lower Michigan that going through the figures and really studying it as players stood out, and that's from Springfield is Kenya Crowley. And Kenya's got a hot bat going on right now. Six home runs last week. 9 total for the year. She's batting .444 and has 25 RBIs. And Kenya is going to take her talent now locally to Lourdes next year.
There's no competing with numbers like that. As we look ahead to what we have coming up here on BCSN, the Battle of I-75, we will air all 3 games throughout that series. But looking to next week, we get Blissfield at Whiteford. Whiteford, maybe not the powerhouse of years past, but always a proud program.
Yes, their pitching is down a little bit, but the Van Brants will have that team ready to play when they face Blissfield this week.
We mentioned Kenya Crowley. She's not the only Blue Devil who will be taking her talents to the collegiate level, as we'd also like to highlight Hannah Schlachter today.
Yes, and Hannah Schlachter is going to go ahead and take her talents up to Detroit Mercy. And the second player that we looked at is Miss Hensley from Bedford is going to be going down to the University of Toledo.
The Rockets always bringing a lot of great local talent and already have a Bedford alum on their roster. But as we look up even more north to Michigan, we feature Kat Myers this week as someone who's making a splash already at the college ranks.
Yes, she is. And Kat is one of 9 in the history of Michigan to throw a perfect game, and she did that earlier this season, and she's still doing really well. She's got an ERA of 2.88 and has 13 Ks. So, Kat, keep us proud. You're doing really well.
Yao Bongsu brought us a great story on her, telling us she was born to be a Wolverine, so it's great to see her showing out in the maize and blue. But Duane, we can't wait for another great week of games this week, right?
Hey, there's going to be, again, a lot of excitement, I'm sure, and I'll be glad to bring it back next week and let everybody know what's happened through the course of the week.
Thanks for being here, Duane.
Thank you for having me.